Hello and happy holidays, everyone. I'm Todrick and you're watching Disney Channel. Just kidding. If you're watching this, I'm assuming that you either came to the House Party World Tour live and in person, or you just watched my Todrick Holiday Live concert special. Either way, I am so glad that you're here and welcome to the House Party. I had so much fun traveling the world and getting to see you all dressed up in your nails, hair, hips, and heels, honey. But the tour would have been nothing without my co-stars. So, without further ado, meet my gorgeous, talented House Party and dancers. Jahari, Taylor, Antonio, my girl Eliza, James, Jazz, and Jenny. Hello, darling. Yes. Come on, boo. Oh my golly jolly holly, you guys. Can you believe it's been a year since the world tour ended? No. And what a year it has been, full of twists and turns and unexpected surprises. And speaking of surprises, Jaslyn, do you have a little surprise you would like to share with everyone?
Before I got here, I ate too much.
Oh.
And have a good no. I am 5 months pregnant.
You're gonna be such a great mom.
Yes. You better stop me. I don't want my mom to read it.
Oh my gosh. Well, as the biggest Wizard of Oz fan in the world, you all know that I truly believe that there is no place like home. And I'm so glad that you all made it home for the holidays. But don't send your mail here. We have so many exciting things planned for tonight. But before we begin, I just want to make sure you all know that the dancers and the crew were tested for COVID before filming tonight. And the test results are in. You are all quarantine queens. Yeah! Oh, yes. Because I was a little nervous about that. No, but in all seriousness, I'm so happy that y'all were able to be here today. I don't want to freak anybody out, but last night I was burglarized. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I was out shopping yesterday and I came home and my place was completely trashed. My Gucci and Louis bags were stolen. My cats were missing. I was like, freaking out, y'all, and I was like, I don't even know if the after party is gonna be able to happen. I just hope that Regina and George are okay because they're out there somewhere, you guys, and I just don't. I miss my kids. I cannot for the life of me think of who would do something like this. I mean, there's only 2 dancers that didn't get an invite to the after party, and if only there were surveillance footage.
Not to be naughty, but you don't want to play nice. You fired us from House Party, now you gon' pay the price. So we ruined the reunion and we ain't gon' quit. We not trying to be rude, but Todrick, you ain't shit. How you let go of a dancer who got abs like this? And a bald, sexy stud, yo, that's crazy, sis. So yeah, we trashed your house, and no, we don't feel bad. Took all your Gucci's and Louis, now we the ones with the bag. All Dior shade, that cup dress was whack. I was fired for a second, but you called me back. We're the OG dancers, period, no temp. And we still got our passport stamp. You're a mean one, Todrick Hall. You're a messy, petty boss. Well, you fired your best dancers. You're the biggest screws of all, Todrick Hall.
Well, hello, boys.
Hey, Todrick.
Long time no see. I hope you're planning on returning the things that you borrowed from my house last night.
We'll think on it.
Okay, so for those who were not on the tour and don't know the situation, why don't you explain from your own point of view? This is your chance to get it off your chest and set the record straight once and for all.
I can go first. For the record, I did have a good time, but leading into when we left for Europe, there were about 8 days of prep going into it, and I had a contract that took me out of town. I missed about 24, 26 hours of rehearsal. So I went across not knowing all of the show. I did my best to catch up, and I mean, it was just, it's a heavy show. I know you guys have seen it. And yeah, so that's what happened. At the end of the day, I did not have the show down.
So for those of you who have never worked for me, I know 2 days doesn't sound like a lot, but we only rehearsed for 8 days, okay? So 2 days is a lot of time. It's like 1/4 of the rehearsal process, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was not a lot of time, and I did my best, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It was a good time, and the dancers, mwah, you were amazing. You made the time great, and I miss you guys. I hope you're enjoying this show.
Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to dance together again, darling. All right, now, Jeremy.
Yes.
What does thou have to say for thyself, Jeremy?
Well, what Scott forgot to say is we were fired, okay? I think within good reason. The prep was nothing that I've ever dealt with in my life. I walked into a job thinking one thing and I gagged profusely. Yes, that's what it was. We definitely gagged.
So what was the moment you knew, dun dun dun, bitch, I'm in trouble?
Should we just name the city?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
London. London gave us nightmares. Like, I don't know.
There was a speech.
Yeah, it was definitely a speech.
And who was this said speech given by?
Miss Todrick Hall.
That day it was Miss Todrick Hall.
I prefer the name Madam.
Madam Hall had showed up in London at the Palladium and definitely let us know. And you know, you have a thing where you don't name specifically, but I felt in my soul, like I heard my name, and I think Scott heard his name.
You know when it's about.
I think Taylor did too, because she cried afterwards, but even though it was really about me and Scott. And that show really just scared me to my core, because I was like, if I mess up, I'm going home, even though I kind of knew I was going home anyway, but it just put the coffin in the nail.
I think the term is nail in the coffin.
Oh, I put the nail in the coffin? That's why I got fired.
Well, I mean this honestly. It was such a pleasure dancing with you both on stage, and I appreciate that we've been able to laugh about this and put it behind us. Well, once a part of Team Todrick, always a part of Team Todrick. We love you. Mwah.
You too. Love you. Happy holiday. Bye,
Happy
dancers.
Merry Christmas, boys.
Oh, bye, Carl.
I sent Carl an invitation for tonight, but I didn't get a response. I think it got lost in the mail. I know. I hope he's all right. I wish there was some way we could see what he was doing.
Poor Carl. Something to say. We made some pretty awesome.
Your Halloween costume.
I don't know if you guys remember me. Now I'm on the other side of the world, so tell me, is this fair? And is it really a reunion if Carl's not there? I'm stuck in New Zealand with nowhere to go and nothing to do, and I'm feeling like I should be there to house party with you. I'm just sitting, eating Oreos, still going over Oreo, even if somebody's job's up for stealing. I'm stuck in
Carl, we just want you to know that there is no way we could ever forget about you. And once Miss Corona has done her thing, I'm sure we'll be back together again. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
So, I have some questions to ask you guys. What was your favorite part of the tour?
So hard. I think getting to see the fans is my favorite part of tour every year. We work so hard all year round, and that's the time that it pays off to actually get to see them enjoying what we've grueled and sweat and bled over, and finally it feels like a real payoff.
Something similar for me, like it's the first and probably the only time so far in my career where I feel like we get to actively see ourselves giving back. Like the fans that come to the show are people that we all used to be. Like we were those weird gay kids that like had no outlet, and now we get to be that outlet, and like it's so cool to see like how that's going to help empower that whole generation to like be who they're supposed to be.
Hearing their stories make it so personal every night. I want to give them so much energy because they tell us all of like their down points and how much you've helped them and how much we help them, and it's just it makes it so special.
There have been people who have come to the tour and they come up to me and they say, hey, I want to take a picture, but I would like to take my picture privately because nobody in my family knows that I'm gay and I don't want them to know that I'm here. To the next year, they come back and they say, I just came out of the closet. Then the next year, they come back and they have a boyfriend. The next year, they come back and they're engaged. And like, there have been a few times that I've had to walk away because I'm like crying for meet and greet. Are you about to start crying now?
I'll be the first to cry on the stage.
A specific moment for me, I would say New York, because when Sierra came out, like, I was not expecting that personally. And we could see what was, like, we knew she was coming, but like seeing her in person and like being alongside her, and that was just an amazing moment for me.
Well, that's one of my favorite parts. I love surprises. Like, giving surprises is like my love language. I love for them to get to see people that they never thought that they were going to see at my shows, from Candy Burris to Tamar Braxton to Cheryl when we were in London, and then, of course, Sierra. All right, we have cookies, you all, that I baked myself. So pass those around. I actually did not bake these myself. So.
Oh, you didn't? Because I was gonna.
No, you should definitely have one. Thank you. Okay, so I know this is gonna be really, really hard for you guys, and if you can't come up with anything, it's totally fine. But what was your least favorite part of the tour?
Ooh, I got one.
That didn't take long.
My least favorite part about tour, it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of work on the body, on the mind, and
At the end of the show, we would do nails, hair, hips, heels, and we would land on our back with our leg bent and the fan up like this, fanning. Even though I am very grateful for the long applause at the very end of every show.
Oh, my knees!
Laying down, and we would have to hold it until Miss Todrick over here said, okay, thanks guys. And then we would be like,
And he would play. But he would play. He would
He'd look around.
like, who's dead?
And then sometimes even say it. They have to hold these fans.
You did do that.
Until I
will say that was like my least favorite part, but like on the other side of the coin, it was also a favorite part because that meant that the audience was losing their mind. So as much pain as we were in, it also was kind of cool to be like, wow.
I was like, we killed it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Oh my gosh. And they cheered. But I've never felt more like Michael Jackson in my entire life than in that very moment. I felt like the spirit of like Beyonce and like Prince and Tina Turner, like the most iconic people ever. Ashley Tisdale. That spirit was inside of me at the end of the show. What was your favorite city to perform in? Starting with you. Go.
Boston.
New York.
Philly.
LA.
New York.
New York.
Atlanta.
Aww.
Todrick, I have a question for you. Do you prefer like the...
Sorry.
Do you prefer like the theater stages to where everyone's like sitting and kind of like far away, or do you like the club setting?
That's a really good question, Jahari. Actually, would you like to come sit in the seat?
Sure. Please don't.
No, I honestly feel like I can't decide because the Broadway part of me loves those stages that are really big and can fit the whole set. But there's something undeniable about that Baltimore sound stage. So I don't know. The energy is so much better whenever everybody can stand up. So if you ever come to one of the concerts and there's people around you pressuring you to sit down, don't listen to them. Stand up. Now, no matter what city we were in, one thing was for certain. Yeah, the toddlers did come to see me, but they left talking about somebody else.
Oh, every night on stage, I was twerking for my wage. I was popping all these cakes. I said, Todrick, take a break. When he called me out of and shocked and filled with fear. Love you, Todrick, sorry, dear, but I got the loudest cheer. The crowd went crazy, they thought I was a screw. You know that spotlight knew just what to do. Not to be cocky, but wings, I snatched a few. Darling, what can I say? I know how to take my cue. Let's be honest, you already know. It was a quick combo, but I was the star of the show. So tell me who's that diva with the fierce choreo? From LA to Chicago, I was the star of the show. Break it down now. Now watch me. House party. Merry Christmas. Now wait. Let's be honest, you already know. It was a quick combo,
All right, everybody. Christmas is a time for giving. And so, before you all leave, I want to give you a special gift from me to you this holiday season. Now, I reached out to the fans and I asked them exactly what they thought. And so I want you all to know that this is a fan-voted award, okay? We got a crazy amount of responses for this. And the award for Best Nails goes to Jenny. Are you shocked?
I'm so shocked.
Wow. And the award for best hair goes to Taylor. And the award for best hips goes to the baby mama
You hear that, baby? We got an award.
And the award for best heels goes to Antonio. And the award for best drip Isha goes to none other than Jahari. Yes, he had a look for every single day of the week. Okay?
Yes.
And the award for best wig, best weave, best hair extensions goes to Eliza. And the award for best cake pop, my most bootylicious dancer, James Little.
Oh my God, me?
There's nothing little about that booty. And the glitter award goes to my most fabulous dancer, Carl. Carl, you are the most masculine dancer that we had this year, but also the most feminine. And I would like to give this award to you for being so fierce and so fabulous always. We'll send it to you in the mail. Everyone's a winner tonight. And all right, now things are gonna get a little bit potentially shady in here, all right? The spirit of Regina George is back in the building. This part is all voted for by the cast members, for the cast members. And we can talk about it, we can disagree, but at the end of the day, the final decision is mine to make. I'm the RuPaul of this situation. The final decision is mine to make. The first award is most likely to steal Todrick's job.
I would definitely say Jazz.
I would definitely say Jahari.
I think Jahari.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of effort, but Jahari will do it.
Yeah. I mean, you did just try to hijack the interview.
Right. It's Jahari.
All for Jahari, raise your hand.
Jahari.
Okay. Oh, Jahari. The next award goes to the person who is the biggest diva.
Oh gosh. Antonio's the only one that got an understudy.
I'm not mad at that.
That's facts.
I'm just saying.
I think in this situation, you should win the award.
Yeah.
Don't take it. Yay!
Diva is a female version of a hustler.
The next award is for the person most likely to think they're fired.
Taylor.
John Taylor.
Stop the little. Now, spicing things up, the next award is most I like boy crazy.
I think Jahari.
I think Jahari because Jahari was always
Ways with the fans.
Always
Always with the fans.
Always.
And yeah.
I'm racking up tonight.
All right, this award goes to the person who is the most full out.
That's true. You were
James.
You will accept that one?
Yes.
Congratulations to my most full out dancer. This award goes to the person who is the least full out.
Ooh.
Who do you feel is the least full out? And you have to say someone, okay?
I would say Jazz because she would choose when she would want to go hard.
That's
Wow.
That's fair. I could get on board with that.
All right, so the award for least full out goes to Jaslyn in a surprising turn of
Wow.
events.
I did not see that.
I did not see this coming.
You know, you can't make this up. This is live TV, folks.
I love you so much. I'll switch with you.
All right, this next award is for the person who is most consistently late.
Seems like he's racking up tonight.
Taylor, you were pulling a little late.
No, yes, hell yeah, Taylor.
Huh?
With a damn Starbucks.
With a
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Wow.
So Taylor, that takes a certain amount of courage to show up late with Starbucks to let us know that you did stop because the Starbucks was a priority.
Yes.
Rude. Congratulations. The next award is for the person who is the most petty. I like to call this one the You Ain't Shit Award.
Todrick!
What?
I'm not even gonna lie between me and you.
What'd you say?
Definitely.
You
But
and
I
I?
think you're way more petty than I am.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Look at him right
Sit
now.
on stage and perform Yes every night.
I was
and
just
not
gonna
take
say,
the petty award.
yeah.
You're right, okay. I'll take it. Honestly, I was not expecting this.
You deserve it.
I think we all had big plans and expectations for this year, but 2020, well, she had other plans. This year, we've truly learned to expect the unexpected. From politics and the presidential election, to protest, to the entertainment industry completely shutting down, to the whole world having to adapt to a new way of life. Some would say we have never been more divided, but through that division, we have also learned to come together. This year, over 1.3 million people lost their lives to COVID. The House Party family and crew would like to send our love and condolences to those affected. Thank you to all the toddlers who helped me raise over $70,000 for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. You have all continued to help put a smile on my face through this pandemic, and for that, I am so abundantly grateful. What have you guys learned this year?
Like mental check-ins is very important. I've been meditating a lot. I really wasn't into that, but I go to the park sometimes.
I think everyone for themselves had to take time to really prioritize what was important for them.
What do you need? Not only what you want for yourself, but what is needed for yourself.
And that's why I always believe that you should live your life when you can and how you can.
I love y'all.
Love you too.
Well, that's a wrap on our house party. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't watched the House Party World Tour live, click the link in the description below. And if you have seen it, watch it again, because now you know the dancers so personally, you'll get to see things that you probably would not have noticed before. Download and stream the House Party Live from Atlanta album. And before we sign off, I have huge news. This will be the last Christmas that I'm spending in this house, because I'm getting a new house. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to be one of the first to see my new kingdom. And a new house means a new chapter, so I'm having an estate sale. Everything must go. I'm selling all my house party costumes, all their house party costumes, complete with their personal scents. Tons of my personal clothes, my favorite props, my Disney VHS collections, and leftover merchandise. But run, because it won't last long. Happy holidays, everyone. Stay safe, stay fierce, stay fabulous, and spread love. But also text your ex and remind them they ain't shit. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.